For many years, my goal has been to explore every dirt road in Utah. And up until just a few weeks ago, I had no idea what's out here. Most people use these back roads and assume they were put here for recreation, but the truth is just the opposite. These roads were built for work. These were haul roads for the mines, the uranium mines of Red's Canyon. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Adventure Day, and I got a special treat for you guys today. About a month ago, I got an email for a product, and I was like, I don't think I need one of those. And then like a week later, I went to a uranium mine. So I responded to that email, and I got us a new tool, and they are sponsoring today's video. So this is the RadiaCode 103. And I've already unpackaged it, but this is kind of what it comes like. You've got your power cord, and then here's your little RadiaCode. It's smaller than a remote for a TV, but it does some pretty cool things. So the RadiaCode is a portable gamma radiation detector and a spectrometer. It can actually tell you which radioactive element is most prominent. And they didn't just send me this, I think they sent me every accessory for this device. So let me show them to you. This is the case I plan on using, but I have another one. So that one's green, and I got a black one and a gray one. Some radioactive element stickers. This is really cool. It's the case for when you're not using it. This goes right in there. Bam. Protected. And all these little things are straps that you can either put around your leg or your arm. So there's a black one, a green one, and a yellow one. I wanted to pull out one of these cases so you could see it. Your detector just slides in there. It's got a little Velcro. It'll slide in there, and then this Velcros around your wrist or your leg. An awesome little selfie stick. RadiaCode goes right in there, and that way you don't have to get as close to your radioactive stuff you're testing. Let's see now. Now I can reach radioactive stuff from, looks like about 4 feet away. But this is cool. I can't believe they sent me all this stuff. And the charge on this thing lasts about 200 hours. So what I figure, that's like 8 days. So you can leave this thing on for 8 days and detect radiation if you want. And it automatically hooks up to your Bluetooth on your phone. If you have the RadiaCode app on your phone, that is, I guess. I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty reflective. I can see the camera in the reflection. And you can have the sound come through your phone, or I can turn that off and I'll just get the sounds from this. And it's not very loud, so it's way easier to hear the clicks on your phone. We just got some of our normal background radiation. It's at 6.3 counts per second. And in case you didn't know, radiation is all around us. We get radiation from the sun, there's radiation coming out of the earth, and there's radiation coming from space. So if you want to get yourself a RadiaCode, go down into the description below and click on the RadiaCode link. And you can use my code for a 5% discount on all their products. Just enter offroad 801 RC to get your 5% discount. And now, back to the show. Right now that's, I don't know if you can see it, but that's just a little above normal. But that looks like a pile of uranium. Let's go test it real quick. It's only 1 point above over by the razor. But I know there's some open, I don't know if they're open, but I know there's some mine adits up here. I was thinking I was going to the Lucky Strike mine, but from the pictures I looked at, I don't think this is it. But it's obviously another uranium mine. There's a mine road right above us. It looks like there's a big rock slide up there though. I'll poke around a little bit and see what we can look at. That's pretty high. But I have found a parking lot near my house that's just a little bit higher than that. And the guy I watched, oh wow, we just got another alarm. It's like, oh man, you're really close. But I watched Radioactive Drew, and he says that's about the same as a dental x-ray, and that's an hour-long exposure, so you have to stand here for 1 hour to get the same exposure as a dental x-ray, and that's kind of a low x-ray. Think about how many x-rays you've got over your life. And if I didn't mention, we're back in the swell, and it's beautiful right here. It's a little bit hazy today. And a little bit on the radioactive side. But there's horse poop. I think that's from a wild horse, wild Mustang. We could see a Mustang before the day is over, but there's a big ore chute right there. Oh, we just jumped up to 56, and that's right in front of the ore chute. Okay, it's going down. It's concentrated right there pretty good, right where the ore chute is. Still nothing bad like right there by that ore chute. This is a little bit of dirt and some boulders to block that one off. There's that rock slide I was talking about earlier, coming up from the other way. I wasn't the best at school. I barely got my GED, and I definitely haven't been to college. So I don't know all the fancy terms and stuff that this thing can do, but we're still gonna use it because it makes these clicky, whistly noises. And it can tell us if there's radiation. Okay, we're back to where it gets a little hotter. Oh, already got our first alarm. There's a mine at it right over there. There's 28. I think that's counts per minute. Counts per second. Oh yeah, it's getting way hot right here. 40, 56, 67. Wow. $80. Well, that's officially the highest I've ever seen it get. We're still high 70s. And it's really hot right here. Oh wow, it almost got up to 100 when I put it down by the ground. Okay. I'm not gonna stand right there anymore. Wow, that went over 100. So that was still less than an X-ray, at least according to Radioactive Drew. So that was pretty hot. I can't believe it. Well, we passed another road. I wonder if that was the Lucky Strike mine. I think we better go look. There's supposed to be some structures still there, besides just an ore bin. It's part of an old Dodge. Some little bit radioactive parts for you. So this area double confirmed we need to go back to Temple Mountain. I already want to go back because there's something there I missed that's really cool. And then we got to go back just to see if we can get a higher radiation level than this old mine. I think if we shot up to 150 up in that one hot spot, 150 counts per second. I forgot to show you a really cool feature of the RadiaCode 103. It has an app on your phone. You can connect to it and you can look at all these readings with a little bit more detail. And then that's where you do your spectrum analysis. Turn around and go back to one of those spots that was getting up to about 30 and 40 and see if I can do a spectrum analysis. And we'll see what's there. It's probably like radium, I would imagine. I don't know if I'll be able to tell, but let's go see if it works. Okay, I just started a spectrum analysis. And it says it turns orange once it's figured out exactly what it is. All right, I left it sitting there for 10 minutes. I didn't get the whole spectrum, so we need to move on so we can hopefully go find the Lucky Strike mine. Let's go. Well, this is pretty cool. I think I found an old shack, an old miner's shack. There's some wood here and some old stoves and a mattress spring. I thought they were somebody's gun targets at first. I wonder if that's an old piece of glass or if it's a new one. We got 2 mattress springs. One there, one over there. And the shack is pretty much gone. But here's their can dump. Pretty cool. Oh, here's some green ceramic. I'll have to test that, see if it's radioactive. But lots of cans and lots of broken bottles. This looks like off a kerosene lamp. The burner. Oh, kerosene stove maybe? Cool. At least we found something that was a structure. Here's part of an old mason jar. Okay, we'll test it. Nope, not radioactive pottery. Let's get going. Oh, we got a rainbow coming off the Sundog. Man, it always happens up here in the swell. Crazy weather. Gosh, that almost looks like the car I drove in high school. Just a different year. I think it's a Mercury comet. What do you guys think? I don't see any markings on it. It's still got a motor. I can't tell what size of motor, but it's got a motor. And some antifreeze if you need it. We got another stove. Well, piece of a stove. Stuck out the old stove in here. And still got some wallpaper on this wall. Well, they must have had generators up here. They had some electric refrigerators. And it's still got the pump in it. But this one might be older. So I guess that was just a heater. Okay, I think this is the Lucky Strike mine site, or the Lucky Strike town site, mining town. There's actually a sign over here. Let's go check it out. Yeah, this is the Lucky Strike. I see a lizard. There's two of them. All right, this looks like the little dynamite shed. And there's a miner shack over there. Let's go try to get to that. Well, this one looks like it's got a bad roof. Some nice yellow paint. A mattress, a table, but it's missing most of the roof. Okay, let's go see what else is around this place. Wow, an old washer. At least they were cleaning their clothes. the end of the road. Okay, we'll have to go on a hike if we want to see more of this place. We're at a little bit above average radiation levels right now, but I imagine the closer we get to the mine, the more we're gonna see. So let's get up there. The road's washed out, or I would drive up there. Okay, we already had one alarm. Went up to 20. It's getting more right here though. $50. But yeah, right here where the runoff is, it's collected all the radioactive stuff into a confined area. 69. This might have been an old mine entrance. It's collapsed. That'd be my guess. I don't know what this was. Uh-oh. We just got another alarm. Back up in the 50 range. On top of this tailings pile. Oh, 81, 86. $92, $94, $96, $98. And it all goes right into the wash. Late in the year of 1949, 3 prospectors were camped near Family Butte, near the same place I have my camp set up. They were prospecting for uranium. They decided to follow a horse trail down into Red's Canyon. And in this canyon, they staked their claims. Lucky strike numbers 1, 2, and 3. In less than 1 year, they constructed a road down to their mine and began mining. A local prospector described the Lucky Strike mine, quote, "They had a big open pit mine with a compressor and a wheelbarrow for equipment. A large truck was backed up to the bank and they loaded the truck with a wheelbarrow. The ledge was 30 feet high with 2 black bands 24 inches thick running parallel and equally spaced. The very top had a band of yellow uranium and a band of rose red cobalt bloom. In all my years of prospecting, I never did see a prettier face of ore." They would drill holes into the ore, pack the holes with dynamite, and blast it, and then break the ore into smaller pieces with a sledgehammer. and load the truck one wheelbarrow at a time and then drive it to the mill for processing. For a long time, their ore ran at over 1% at the mill. All right, I think we found everything we could find. So now I need to make it back to the Razor so I can make it back to the truck before dark. All right, I'm back at camp. I've pretty much got all my stuff set up. My bed's done. I got the fire pit out. Now it's time to relax. Enjoy the peace and quiet around here. And the scenery. So from what I can tell, the radiation we received today is about the same as 3, maybe 4 dental x-rays. I wouldn't recommend putting your tent over any of the hot spots that we found today. And don't eat the uranium. And the good news, I didn't glow in the dark after this trip, at least as far as I can tell. Don't leave yet. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. Or take it a step further and push the join button and become a member and get your name on this list. But regardless, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And don't forget, if you can, take the long way home. Well, I hope you had fun today. I know I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.